Peter Sidwell here, Masterclass Junior. Now, Mother's Day this weekend, and this is the start of our Saturday morning broadcasts. And we thought we'd make a quick couple of recipes that are perfect for Mother's Day, because we all want to try and look after our mums if we can, and do something a little bit special that we don't do every week. So, these two little wonders are going to help me, and we're going to create some delicious breakfast muffins, which mums will love. And then I'm going to show you how to make amazing smoked salmon, scrambled egg, and how to toast muffins so they are just buttery and delicious. It is the perfect combination for Mother's Day. Right, so let's get started, you two, yeah?
Can we do the muffins?
Muffins first, and while they bake in the oven, we'll do the breakfast, and then everything will all come together nicely. So, muffins, right, let's get a mixing bowl first. In fact, we need two, because this is all about mixing the wet and the dry ingredients together.
I'll do the wet.
Okay, so that is
Eggs, yogurt.
eggs, oil, yogurt. So you've got your vegetable oil there. You can Thomas crack an egg in there for you. We've got a little bit of milk. And before you do that, we're going to put some bananas in. So that'll give it really nice. You do? Here you go. So get those peeled. Tom? You too? Peeled, so 2 bananas in, and with a fork mash them up. What this will do is it'll add real nutritional value to the bake, but it will also help soften it and make them last a bit longer. So, I'll get rid of those. Both bananas in?
Yeah.
Right, so you're going to squash those. Now, Thomas, while Poppy's doing that, I've got plain flour, wholemeal flour, baking powder and sugar. They all need to go into this bowl, Thomas. Can you do that for me?
Is it all mixed?
That is, the 2 flours together can go into there. So just turn the bowl like that. You keep mashing those, Pops. I'll take that. Brilliant, well done. Right, now, in there we have got our bicarb and our sugar, so that can go in. So it's very much about splitting dry ingredients in one bowl, wet ingredients in the other. Combine the two and then add your flavourings, okay? Good job. Right, can you get your hand in there, Thomas, and blend all those dry ingredients together? So blend them together. Your hand is really the best job for that. We good?
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going to add the other ingredients.
Yeah, so what I'd like you to do is add the yogurt first, sorry. In with the yogurt. So you can use a low-fat yogurt if you want to. I've got a Greek yogurt here, which is what's in the fridge really. If you've only got a flavoured yogurt, add that. It works really well. And again, it helps with a nice soft crumb. Okay, so just give that a little mix in. Right, that'll do, Tombo. Right, go wash your hands so that you can crack some eggs. And this will help with the egg cracking, yeah? Alright, so let's take the milk. We'll add that. So basically, Poppy's just mixing together. Do you need Poppy to move, or can you see her right? Move up onto here, darling. That's it. And then Emily can see. You know she likes the camera angles.
Perfect.
That camera angle there. There we go. So just give that a nice little mix. And then we're going to add the vegetable oil. So this is instead of adding your margarine or your butter. And again, it helps with the muffin, keeps it nice and moist. Right, Tommy, are you ready for the eggs? Are you? You can't see, but what he's up to is sneaking white chocolate buttons from over there. So, crack your eggs in, you two. Oh, one-handed. Oh, get you.
I'm trying to practice doing one-handed.
I think we're going to train her for Junior Bake Off. Good lad. Right, go and put your egg in the bin. That's it. Good lad. Right. So, what I've got here is some fresh blueberries. We've got some walnuts. So let's add the blueberries just into the flour. And I want Thomas, you're going to crush these walnuts. What you got to do is get those big guns of yours.
And some prunes.
Some prunes, yeah. So take 2 walnuts, Tom, and just squash them like that. Can you do that? So they're not like broken to nothing. So they've still got texture and they're more interesting to eat. So you want to help that as well, Poppy?
Yeah, the fork is going to.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm on it. I'll give that a quick mix.
Ew, it's just prune.
Okay. fact, if I just tip those out, because you could chop those prunes up for me, couldn't you, Poppy, once you've done the walnuts?
I'll get a knife.
Go and get your knife, one of your tipless knives.
No.
Maybe one of these, not that one.
That one will be fine.
Perfect.
So into 2 or 3?
2 or 3 pieces. So again, we're just adding some California prunes. They're really rich and sweet and super good for you. And again, they just kind of help with that sort of richness and sweetness of the muffins. It makes them delicious.
I'm just going 1 second. I'm just
Yeah.
going to take my break.
Right. Crush those, Tom. Last few. Where's she gone? Oh, I'm taking her bracelets off. Right, let's keep this going. I'll chop some, Pop.
Yeah.
You can have the last few. Right, too late. Right. Okay, so those into those, and then we've got all the dry in one bowl and all the wet in the other. Now, Thomas, can you pour that into there while you mix it? Hang on. Let's get a spoon. There you go.
Do we need to add bit by bit?
No, Thomas, you can just scatter all that in. In it goes. That's it. Perfect. So, pop that into the sink now, Tom. What's really important is you don't over mix this. So, when you're making a Victoria sponge, you want everything really nice and amalgamated and smooth and a lovely cake batter. Muffins almost want to be a little bit lumpy. Alright, that's okay. Right, Thomas, can you get the muffin tin behind you? Behind you. Right, let's get a spoon. Okay, can I have a little look at that, Poppy? So let's just show. So that's kind of what it wants to be like that, Emily. Can you put into that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that alright? Marvellous. Okay, so Tom, put that there. Right, what we're going to do, let me show you both. So I'll get you both a spoon. There you go. And you, Thomas. So, let's turn that round. We've got a 9, these are nice little mini muffin size, okay? So you
Just
take...
it for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. So you want a spoon, like that, and then push it with your finger, and that's it. Don't touch any more. Don't force it in or anything like that, yeah? So you get around this side, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then push it in. That's perfect. Once you've filled those, we'll get those into the oven. So if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments on Facebook and I'll answer them for you. It's great when people ask, very interested, people are having a go, as much interaction as we can in this day and age where we're so digital. Things like this really kind of bring us all together. So please do fire in your questions, and if you do have a go at any of our recipes, please send us pictures because it's great to see what people are doing as well. Right, are we a little bit more in that middle one, Pops?
Okay.
Yeah, just so that it's very important that you get even distribution so that you can make sure everything bakes at the same time.
Okay.
Okay? So, what we want, I've just... Yeah, you go and wash your hands.
I'll put a few oats on.
Alright then, just a little sprinkle of oats on each one, and then with the remaining mix, I'll show you what we'll do. So, because we're using a nice little 9-hole muffin tin, what I thought we might do is take the remaining mix, guys, and make a nice loaf cake. Yeah? So Thomas, can you spoon all that into there and then you'll put oats on it? Alright? Now.
Okay. I'll put some oats on.
Yeah, have a little sprinkle of oats and then we will get these in the oven. But just hang on. Okay. Now, when you're sprinkling oats and things like that onto the muffins, it's a dry ingredient going on the top, so it's a direct heat. So what you want to do is just a little drip of water on top. It soaks the oats, so it means they don't burn. Okay? So we just put some little bits of water on. Right, you two? One each into the oven, please. The muffins will take much less time, okay? Because they're smaller. So they're going to take between sort of 15 minutes, maybe 20. It depends on your oven. And they're on at 170 degrees. And the loaf cake will take much longer, but don't worry about it. When it's had about half an hour, press the top. If it's firm and it springs back, it's cooked. But you can also take a cocktail stick or a skewer, poke it in, and if it comes out clean, it's cooked. If it comes out with cake batter on, it's not cooked in the middle. Pop it back in the oven and bake it for another 10 minutes and test it again. Okay. Muffins are in the oven now. They're going to take probably another 10-12 minutes, okay, which is just enough time to be able to make our beautiful scrambled eggs with smoked salmon, and then we can serve it all together, lovely and warm and delicious. Right, so, not many ingredients for this. Okay, we've got some English oven bottom muffins, okay, these are little bread muffins. Grab me a bread knife, please, Pops.
Okay.
Thomas, I want you to butter these for me. Okay, and I am going to put a pan on a non-stick heat.
I'll do the eggs.
Alright, so, we don't need the eggs yet, we're going to do one thing at a time.
I'll do the eggs.
Okay, so, can you get me a buttering knife from underneath?
Butter knife.
So, this is how we used to do, when I first started cooking as a chef, I used to be on breakfast shift first. And this is how we used to make fried bread. It was absolutely delicious. And what you do is you butter the bread and then cook it. So, Tom, what I want you to do is take the butter and spread it on like that. So, Emily, just show that's how much butter it needs, yeah? Alright? Emily has a thing about butter. She's very strange. She doesn't like butter. But we need plenty of it, alright? So let's turn the pan down, put the extractor on. So I need 3 more of those, Tommy. Right, you need a mixing bowl down there in that cupboard there. No? Yeah. That's it. So when you spread it, do it like that in the middle. Yeah? Okay?
I need to crack some eggs.
You do need to crack some eggs. I'll have 4 eggs, please. Yeah. Well, you do 3, and then do 4. Let's do this different. Let's do 4 eggs and an egg yolk.
Egg yolk. The
Yeah.
yolk. I can do the yolk bit.
All right, then you do 3 and 1 yolk, and Thomas is going to add an egg. That's fine, son. Don't be afraid. Lots of butter. That's it. That's how Emily likes it, you see. Okay, do those as well. I know you don't. Strange boy. Butter is best. So, the idea is we've got a preheated non-stick pan and the butter side down into the pan.
So we need
This
4
is like
eggs.
3 eggs. No. How many have you put in there?
This is the third one.
Alright, and then the final one is 4 eggs and an egg yolk.
I'll do the one egg.
So you do the egg yolk now, Poppy.
How is it?
So I only want the yolk in there.
I don't have to.
I'm not yolking. Put it in there.
I can do it like this.
Give it there. Yeah, see?
Okay, got it.
Alright, so just the yolk, and then Thomas is going to add 1 more egg to it, aren't you, son?
Yeah.
Right, so in go the muffins. Toasted nicely. That's it. Good. That's perfect. That'll do. Perfect. Thank you very much, son. So let's get those cut side down.
There you go.
Right, crack your egg. In it goes, and then you both need to go and wash your hands once you've done that.
Okay.
Put your eggshell in the bin, and then wash your hands.
Oh.
Both of you. Good. Right. Sorry? Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna like these, Emily. Oh, good. Okay, right, you need a whisk. Is there a whisk in there, in that big top there? In the back? Right, Tom? Poppy, you need to season up your eggs. Thomas is gonna whisk them, you're gonna season them. I'm gonna toast these.
Not yet.
Very bossy today, isn't she?
What's the do?
Right, Emily, can you just cut into this and I'll just show you what these look like? That'll do? Right, so let's turn these over and you can see, look at that. See, that's a good way to toast them. Alright, so they're just, all the butter is melted in and just absorbed and toasted. So I'm not sure these are going to need buttering again. That's fine. And that? Right, Thomas, whisk away, please.
Whisk them up.
Right, I'm just going to pop these to one side. Okay, so I've got a nice decent sized non-stick pan on a medium heat now. Right, let's pop that into there. Keep whisking, Thomas, with some vigour. Come on, hold the handle. Like that. Yeah, give it a mix. And let's get this smoked salmon going. Right, smoked salmon, beautiful. With scrambled eggs, okay? Really, really nice. Alright, be nice, you two. Right. So let's let the smoke, if it's backpacked, open it up, let it breathe a little bit. Pop that in the bin, please, Pops. Okay, right, let's have a quick look. That looks good. That is some good whisking. Right, that spoon that we used for the cake, can you wash that, Poppy, because we need that.
Okay.
Alright, Thomas, go and have a look at the muffins, see what they're doing. Let me know.
Oh, they're looking good.
Are they looking good?
There's like something wet.
Are they rising? They're the blueberries. Yeah, they look good, don't they? Thomas has just discovered that he likes blueberry muffins this week. I've been telling him for years, but he had to discover it himself, didn't you? You like school blueberry muffins. Okay, so, tell you what, see if there's a plastic spoon over there. Okay, so you can see these muffins now, perfectly toasted. Let's pop that onto there. See, Emily, you've got to admit that is a good way to toast the muffins, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, good. Any questions today, Emily? Have you any?
I think I'm just baffled by the amount of butter that you put on your muffins. You have to win me over with scrambled egg.
Yeah.
See,
Why?
I would go down milk to mine. Why aren't you having milk?
You're just letting it down, aren't you? Double cream? Now you're talking. But
I
not
don't
milk.
like cream man with you.
Right, okay, so pan is on a medium heat. Are you ready to pour in your eggs? I tell you what we ought to do is put your plastic covers on. I'll do it because I don't want them to get too hot. And that means you can hold on to this pan. Who's stirring eggs and who's pouring?
I'll stir.
Right, Thomas, you pour. Right, swap round. Okay, so you need to pour all of that in, Poppy, and then start stirring gently.
You eat Thomas.
Yeah. One of the other. That's it. Pour it all in and now start stirring, Poppy. That is wash. Okay, so what you need to do is take it from the edges. You don't want it to sit still. Do you see, when I move the spoon around like that, it's pulling it from the edges. Yeah, and you can see it cooking, can't you? And the idea with scrambled eggs is to not let it cook in one place for long. Yeah? Okay. It's not an omelette. Alright? So you want to stir it like that, keep moving it, bring it in from the edges and into the middle. Okay?
Until it turns to a scramble.
And then we're going to have it scrambled. Then the butter is amalgamating into it to make it nice and creamy. Okay? Go and check the muffins, Poppy, see what's going on.
Well, there isn't
Camera 2, Pete.
Camera 2, yeah.
This one here.
Yeah. Is that not? Oh, right, okay.
The quiz is very high and the blueberries are like, the juice of the blueberries are coming out.
Nice. So, just bring it round and just keep pulling in the raw egg into the cooked egg is how to do it. Right, kids? Tom, Poppy, you're in charge. Right. So, smoked salmon, beautifully thin. Look how thin that is, Emily. Can you just cut into that? Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
You can almost, I can see that. Can you see the light through it, Tom? Yeah? That's how thin it wants to be. Delicious.
Never grated on the chopping board, Pete?
Yeah. Right, well, yeah? Okay. So, look how thin. Can you see how thin that is, Poppy?
Yeah, you can see through it.
Right. And then 2 beautiful slices of that. And that will create like a little platform for your scrambled egg. I love smoked salmon. Really love it. Right. I haven't quite got you two into it yet. Right. What I want you to do now, Pops, is switch the heat off, because the residual heat will finish that off. Now, got some chives. Now, do you know what member? Do you know this is the smallest member of the onion family?
It's an onion?
It's part of the onion family. So if I cut these chives, what does that smell like?
Food.
Does it smell like an onion?
Yeah.
It does a bit, doesn't it? It's a small onion. It's part of, so when you grow onions, they start like that and then they grow out into a full onion. So, chives work really, really well with this. Okay, so that will do for what we want. Okay. Now, are you a well done scrambled egg kind of girl, Emily? Or you like them well done, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
I
I know your mummy likes them well done as well. But you can see how creamy these are now. Granted, it does need a little bit longer to cook, but not much at all. Okay, let's move this out of the way because Emily's going to want to see the plates as we plate this up. Okay, keep stirring that scrambled egg, one of you. It's going to be a good breakfast, this. Further back.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, let's have a little look at these muffins.
They have risen very high.
They are there. They're looking good, kids. You're doing alright there, kiddos. Right. So, that looks really nice and creamy. Really creamy. I like it. A little bit more. Tiny little bit more heat. What's she doing?
She's laughing at your eggs.
Wow, what's wrong with them? Are they not cooked enough for you? Would you send them back, Emily, if they were cooked for you?
But I'm willing to try new things.
If you know who made a breakfast in bed. Who, hey? They'd be sent back to the kitchen. Make them again. Right. Almost there. That's got to be cooked, hasn't it? Yeah? That's cooked, isn't it, Emily? For you?
Yeah.
Right. Sophie's taking notice. Okay, so we'll carefully spoon that on there.
It looks good.
There we go. And then I want you both to sprinkle some chives, one on each one, please.
Some chives that have been chopped.
Yeah, the chopped chives.
I'll do that one. I'll do this one.
Okay,
Not the
there we
tiny
go.
ones.
Thomas can do one as well.
Not the tiny ones.
Little touch of, you've just kind of moved them out of Emily's way there.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
There we go. Use the chopped ones.
These are
So the chopped ones.
Yeah.
No, that's alright, do it like that, it's fine. Thomas, you do that one, yours. Right, let's get these muffins out. Whoa, perfect timing. Right, so kids, here we go. Breakfast muffins, all ready. There you go. That is how to make a beautiful breakfast in bed for Mother's Day. If you want the recipes, go to masterclass.co on the website and you will find the recipes there. If you have any questions, post them in the feed and I will answer them as soon as possible for you. But I hope you all have an amazing weekend. If you can treat your mum, make sure you do, and I will see you next week on Wednesday for another supper at 6.